And action.
And action. Thanks, son.
You got it, Pops.
All right, so another Saturday morning that I am so privileged and blessed to be here with you guys. Truly an honor. I love this time. So today, we're going to be reflecting on 2019. This is the last live show of 2019, the last video of 2019, I'm sure, because we've been so wrapped up with having fun with family during this holiday season that I haven't shot very much video. So this is probably going to be it for the year and wrapping it up strong. Let's see here. Who is here? Got my moderators. Mr. Happy, Weetree, Kilted Gardener, Kicking It with Karen's here. Inside Kate's Kitchen.
You know they can see in there.
All right. Hey, Tim Huffman. And all right, so good morning to everyone. We're going to be just sharing some memories of 2019. I'm going to share a few things with you that we did over the holiday break. Hey, Paul's here. Good morning, Paul. And but before we get started, just like every Saturday, we like to express that everyone has a story, and every story counts. I truly believe that. That is deep in my heart, and I want you guys to believe that your story counts. So let's put our hand on our chest, sit up straight, and we say, my story counts because I count. And I mean that. I mean for you to mean that when you say it to yourself, when you say it there with your family and friends, whoever you're watching the live show with. Mr. Doug Bowd, Matthew, thank you for coming in this morning. We need to do a few more thank yous just like every Saturday because we are grateful people here on the Daddykirbs farm. And so we're grateful for our moderators. The moderators help keep this show moving along and family friendly. Thank you to everyone with the blue name and the blue wrench. You guys are working hard. And also to the patrons or the people who support my efforts here financially. You guys have a true gift of giving, so thank you very much for sharing that gift with the Daddykirbs farm, helping me to continue the story. Also, the businesses that we have made relationships with that just make it a little more fun, a better community, and we can start sharing each other's stories. And without a list, I'll probably forget somebody, but Greenstock is definitely one of those companies. If you have limited space or limited mobility, you can still grow food in a very small space in a vertical, stackable container system like Greenstock Gardens. Check them out. Use my link, and you could even save a little money by using my discount coupon code. Who else came in here? Lisa. I'll probably miss somebody. And sorry, awkward silence there. All right. All right. Also, we are forming a relationship with the Pruitt's tree resin. We'll be starting giving some of that away as product, giveaway products in 2020. Of course, Kai Tea. Got it backwards. Kai Tea. We've had a lot of fun in 2019 with Kai Tea. So much fun, and we're going to be giving some of this away today. Again, I'll name the flavors here in just a minute. Looks like Akshay came in. Farmer Meemaw, good morning. I do hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. So much a beautiful season, so much of a beautiful season to spend with family and friends, to reflect on just the grace and love from Jesus Christ. All right, so we're going to be giving some tea away this morning, just like we've done many, many times every week for the last few months. So I'm going to show you the flavors of the Kai tea. In order to enter to get one of these, Paul, you make me laugh every time. It is possibly somewhat of a rigged. It's not rigged. I'm just kidding. All right, so we have the flavors of the day. In order to enter, you say Kai tea flavor of the day, and then whichever of these flavors that you would prefer. Oh, and it looks like Inside Kate's Kitchen already has a list there. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show them. Wineberry Rose. That one sounds yummy. They all sound yummy, actually. Cream Earl Grey, the house favorite here. Texas Pecan. Peach Blossom. Oh. Tai Quan Yin. I have no idea what flavor that is. Tai Quan Yin. Sounds interesting. And Peach Assam. Yummy, yummy flavor. So you guys enter just by saying Kai tea flavor of the day and name your favorite flavor, and that will put you on a spreadsheet. And our moderator and friend Kate will, at the end of the show, do a random.org selection from that spreadsheet, and somebody will get one of these Kai tea packages. And I'm drinking mine this morning. All right. Oh, Amaponian made it into the house. Life with a Table Full. Good morning. Tim Huffman. My Life's Journey, Sharon. Lauren Wishoff. All right. Derek. Paget? Sorry. Sometimes I can't see the screen very well, and I can't read names very well. Good morning. So before we get started kind of going through what happened in 2019, I want to show you some of the Christmas cookies. We made a bunch of Christmas cookies, and I asked that the less decorated ones would be eaten so that the more decorated ones I could show off during my live show. So I'm going to show those off. This is a family tradition that we have on Christmas Eve. Mama Kirbs makes a bunch of sugar cookies, and then we just sit around and decorate them as a family. And it becomes sort of a competition, you know, a friendly competition, just to see who can decorate the cookie the prettiest. I'm going to show you some of these cookies. Some of them are elegant, classy. Others are a little more over the top, but let's see. Life with a Table Full. I don't think chocolate mint is one of the flavors today. Did I say chocolate mint? No. All right, so I'm just going to show you a few of these cookies, and I can't remember who made them. I think this one's yours, right? Yeah. So my son's wife, Allie, makes very beautiful cookies. Gorgeous. Can that light be turned on too? It's a little dark in here. That's a little better. There we go. All right, I'm going to show you. Then we had a friend over who actually mixed up the game a little bit. He made a little cookie on top of a big cookie. It's like a 3D stacked Christmas tree. That's fun stuff. Oh, look at that. Start in the morning. Mr. Happy. My last super chat of the year. Thank you, Happy. You are a wonderful supporter and friend of the Daddykirbs Farm. I appreciate that very much. Eating stuff with Daddykirbs. No, Daddykirbs doesn't eat these cookies. No way, no how. But I did decorate some. Bandana Grandma made it in. Let's see. Squirrel. All right, so there's a couple of them. Then we had a Mickey Mouse. Who did the Mickey Mouse? Was this Luke?
Brody.
Brody did that?
Brody made that one.
Brody made the Mickey Mouse. Looks like somebody put their fingers in it.
It was shoved in Luke's face.
Oh, it was shoved in a face. Okay. Then this one got a little bit eccentric. Beautiful.
That's Luke.
That's one of Luke's creations. Gorgeous. A very, very beautifully done Christmas tree with sprinkles. Is that yours too, Allie? Oh, Espen did that?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Showed great control there. Another Christmas tree. Very nice. a star or a blazing sun. I'm not sure what that is. Some of them did get eaten. We have a gingerbread man. Let me see what some of these comments are. Love the colors. Very abstract. Luke has an eye for the abstract, yeah. The cookies are all just sugar cookies. Yeah, I don't partake. I just decorate. Sugar. Let's see. Okay, and then I only did one cookie this year. But before I show mine, I kind of wasn't feeling it this year. I don't know. Is this one yours too?
Yeah.
It's another very pretty tree. Gorgeous. Okay, now the one I did, I spent way too much time on it. It's my little pastel colored snowman. No bee cookies. That's what we should do. We don't have any bee cutouts. What do you call it? Cookie cutters. Yeah, we don't have any bee cookie cutters. But we should make some. Are you a perfectionist? I kind of might be a little bit, but that is not a good thing in a lot of ways. All right, let's see here. Yes, they're all very, very pretty, very beautiful, and a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun sitting around and everybody decorating. The little tiny bit of competition that's in there makes it fun. All right, so you guys all in for your Kai tea, right? Don't forget to include your flavor of the day. Miss Kate can throw up the not throw up. I didn't mean that. Miss Kate can put up the names of all the teas again for the morning. All right. Yeah, don't throw up. Doug Bowd says, I've been seeing some interesting honey recipes lately. Honey taffy, honey throat lozenges. Tim Huffman does a lot of honey stuff. He's the real beekeeper, the dedicated beekeeper. Him and Paul, you guys doing, I go back and dabble. You guys are doing beekeeping for sure. Texas pecan tea. All right. So in 2019, I feel like it was a pretty good year. We had a good year together. I started this year as far as on YouTube. I started with a 30-day challenge. I wanted to do 30 days, 30 videos. And when I started that challenge back in January 2019, I didn't think it was going to be that tough, but it is. Doing a video every day is a bit of a chore. Now, I suppose if that was your thing where you just shot video all the time and that was your main vocation or whatever, then you would probably be okay with that. But being that I have a lot of other things going on, doing 30 days in a row was tough, but I did it back in January. So that started my 2019, and there were a variety of videos in there. A few of them focused on my son Espen driving the mini excavator, which was kind of fun. I think we got 2 or 3 videos out of that. We also started the chicken coop build, and that was a fun video series. I was kind of hoping that would become more of a series, but pretty much anytime I plan on something, things go different, so I just kind of quit planning. And then we also had in that 30-day period a couple of videos where we did a nature hike, just taking the family out and doing a nature hike at one of the parks around here. And decided to get a little bit creative with one of those and do some voiceover with a little bit of a story. It was kind of silly, but it was kind of fun too. Did you get your tractor fixed after it breaking while clearing the new barn spot? The tractor is a wreck. It's still running, but I have hydraulic leaks. I have plastic pieces broken off of the tractor. It's just been abused. But you know what? That tractor I bought, how many years ago? 4 or 5 years ago, and I bought it for $7,000 used from Craigslist. And the amount of work that that little tractor has done here on the farm has far exceeded the value of $7,000. So I feel like it has done its job and done it well. Uh-oh, phone's ringing. So the tractor is sort of fixed. It's not really, it's functioning, but it's not really good. I need somebody who can really give it a good going over and fix all the hydraulics and all the filters and everything. Haffy and Karen both saying they love the video of the nature hike. That was a fun video. It was fun. You remember that one?
Yeah, that was super fun.
Thanks so much for the sauerkraut video. You're welcome. So I looked this morning because I was going through the sequence of videos for 2019, and I thought that the sauerkraut video was in 2019, but it turns out that it was at the very end of 2018 because I was going to write that one on my list. But nope, that was in December of 2018. It was about a year ago. Yes, so let's see, what else did we have? I also did an update on the kombucha bottles, the bottles that I had purchased for my second fermentation, which I still hold true to my review that I love those bottles. What I don't love are the lids. I should have one here with me to show you, but they're way over there, and I'm over here. Yeah, the lids are terrible, and the more I used them, the more I realized the lids were bad. See, when I first did the review, I thought, oh no, their lids are fine, they're not that bad, but as I used them more and more, I realized that really was the weak part of the whole system, and I would like to have those bottles with a different lid because the bottles themselves really are very nice. So if you're doing kombucha and you need good bottles and you can find a different lid, well, probably you should just buy different bottles because I don't know where you get different lids. Let's see, what else did we have? We did a beautiful horseback ride in that first 30 days. That was with me and my daughter. And lots of, at that time in my channel, there was a lot of horse activity, meaning people coming into my channel because of the horse video that was just blowing up at that time. And so people wanted to come in and judge everything we did on horseback, which is fine. But we had a great ride, and you can go back and watch that. And Mama Kirbs versus the Coyote. Did you guys catch that one? She wrestled it to the ground. Not really. Not really. She didn't really wrestle it to the ground, but she got some video of that coyote trying to get into the chickens. And yeah, so that was an interesting video, a little moment in our life. Happy says, I like my Grolsch style bottles. I'm not sure what that is. Is that the one with the little flip tops? I've seen those too. I don't have any. The Hawk video, I think that was 2018. But yep, very, very cool. Those coyotes were just brave as ever. Yes. You know, we have a lot of construction going on around here. And I thought that the coyote population was gone because we hadn't seen them or heard them for months. And then just the other night, they were going nuts out here, and we heard them for, I don't know, a good hour. They were cackling and yelling, and that night we lost a chicken. So I'm not sure if it was just coincidence or if the coyotes came in and took a chicken. All right, let's see here. Going blurry. I'm reaching for my T on this side because I'm looking at the screen and it's over on this side. Maybe the bees can attack the coyotes. Yeah, that would be cool. But I have to set up some cameras first. All right. So this year also marked, 2019 was a year of me going places. This was a very different year. Green Dream Project showed up this morning. Good morning. Yeah, so this year, my first event, I think, according to the videos that I reviewed this morning, was going to the Mother Earth News Fair. And that was a good time. We met a lot of people. That's where I actually met the people there at KIT. Talked to them for quite a while. And was able to communicate with them and work a deal to where we can start giving away these sample packets of tea and, yeah, forming that relationship. Also, Jake there making the wooden spoons. If you would like to see a really cool artist work on making wooden spoons, go back and look at my Mother Earth News Fair videos. And then there's one in that same time frame that I did I think I did one just dedicated to Jake making the wooden spoon. So check that out. I would like to get a whole collection of wooden spoons and utensils because I like using them better than the plastic ones that we have here. Oh yeah, so I'm looking at my list. Ronald said, here in North Texas, it was so warm on Christmas they had to turn on the air conditioning. I'm not sure we had our air conditioning on, but it was pretty warm on Christmas here too. So I also helped my daughter, my oldest daughter, move from one house to another. And in order to help her sell the older house, I had made a barn door that was going to be on her master bath. So there's a video of me making a barn door for that master bathroom door, and you can go check that out. I think it turned out very nice. I got to work with my buddy Todd in his workshop, and we got the barn door all put together, and then we took it over to the house, got it stained, and put the hair dryer. Man, I need to slow down. Got it stained, put the hardware on. I was going to say hair dryer. The hardware. I'm just going to stop. Got it all hung up, and it looks beautiful. Whoever bought that house, hopefully they are loving that barn door. Mr. Happy says it's in the 20s and snowing there today. Yuck. I'm glad you said yuck. Actually, snow is very pretty. I love it on postcards. Kamara's Cute Creations jumping in with the Kai Tea flavor of the day. She's choosing Peach Blossom. Yeah, Karen, you've been there with me. Karen says she remembers all these videos. You've been there with me all year. Freezing rain and 30. Ugh. Yes, and so another, we also started, like I said, the chicken coop build. So one thing that experimented with this year was the whitewashing with the lime or the lime wash. So that's another video that we did on the chicken coop. Lots of beekeeping videos this year. I'm not going to mention each one, but they're kind of sprinkled throughout the year. We went to visit with Bo and Kelly at Better Together. Got to see a little bit of their shed to house conversion and their 7-acre place there in Central Texas. So that was really fun to get to know them a little better as well. So Better Together, just like their name. You can check them out at Better Together on YouTube. They have a pretty interesting story. Also, Greenstock videos. We got to set up a Greenstock garden for my mom in a suburban backyard. She's like 10 or 15 miles away from us, and got to get one planted up for her. So that was a lot of fun. You get to see how that looks in a backyard as opposed to like on a farm. Greenstock garden containers are really are very nicely designed, stackable container gardening system so that you can have a garden up close to your home, up close to your door, and instead of like my garden even, which is 50 feet away right out the back door. Sometimes just that 50 feet from the kitchen door is enough to say, I'll get to it later. But if you can reach right outside and pluck your herbs, your herby herbs. I never know whether to say herbs or herbs anymore. Anyway, if you can step right outside and get those right outside the back door, and it just makes it more likely, I think, that you're going to actually use some of those things in your kitchen. Hey, Ronald. We'll start the ball with a $5 squirrel. Thank you, sir. I wish I had my squirrels to hang them. I totally lost that whole stack of squirrels with clips, and I still have not found them. But thank you very much. I'll just give a sincere thank you every time. Thank you very much. All right. Squirrel. Now you guys are giving Ronald a hard time for not being the first. Oh, funny stuff. Yeah, so moving on. Another video was my septic challenge. I did end up getting that septic fixed, but boy was it a mess for a little while trying to figure out how to dig that out and fix that. I was hoping at first to do it without hiring a professional. But I ended up hiring a professional and getting it done right. So the septic is in good shape for now. We'll see what the future holds. Then some cute videos. Some cute videos of the kids, the grandkids, doing some of the chicken duty chores. And I thought that one was fun. And so, yeah, I keep looking back up. You guys are giving each other a hard time. It's fun. And to further establish the relationship between local farms, Rising Kale Farms is a local farm not terribly far away from us. And I was able to go over and help Robert from Rising Kale Farms get set up with beekeeping this year. So I asked him a couple weeks ago when I was hanging out with him, helping him put greenhouse plastic on his new big greenhouse. I asked him if he was still beekeeping. He said yes. Out of his 3 hives, 2 were going strong. One of them left, presumably swarmed, just chose a better place to live. But yes, 2 out of 3 of his hives are still going. All right, what else? Oh, and we got, speaking of beekeeping, we got a gifted nuke hive from Gretchen Bee Ranch. They are a great couple, wonderful people in Seguin, Texas, and they have a full beekeeping shop. If you are anywhere in the area and you need beekeeping supplies, you can check out Gretchen Bee Ranch. And lots of honey. They have lots of hives. So, turning the page. I wrote down a lot of notes this morning. More videos on beekeeping and showing the honey in the hives and having some friends come out and do some of the beekeeping and video work with me just to make that a little more fun and to give other people that experience. So you can check that out as well. I'm not sure where we are in the year because I started out writing this list saying I'm going to talk about January videos and February, but then I just started writing and forgot to write the months. But anyway, yeah, so then another project that we started and sadly haven't finished is the big chicken fortress fence. And that's one that early on the list for 2020. But we'll talk more about 2020 next week. But yeah, hopefully we can get that one finished early this next year. But the chicken fence is started. Also for beekeeping, I'm jumping around because I'm going from video to video. Also for beekeeping, because it's so hot here in South Texas, I did discover a vest with ice cubes in it that, it's full of ice cube pockets, and you can put it in the freezer and wear it under your bee suit. I call it the cool vest. I don't think that's what it's officially called. But yeah, I did a video on that. You can check that out. And then there's a Amazon link in that description of that video. Doug Bowd says, I just learned yesterday how bees make wax. So interesting. It's very interesting. Probably know more than me. I know basically how they do it, but Inside Kate's Kitchen says, I got a great report on my beehive. Mine are doing well. Plenty of resources. Oh, I shouldn't do these live. And they are happily buzzing away. Nice. And Bo is watching with Kilted Gardener Daddy. Karen says she loves the cool vest. It's really cool. It really is. Yeah, it's a nice, I don't know, I can't remember, what is it, 60 or 70 bucks or so, but to be able to put that on under the beekeeping vest, the beekeeping jacket, here in Texas when it's like 100 degrees out and you still have to go manage your hives, it makes it much more tolerable. Yes, Laya, happy birthday, 13 years old. That's from Life with a Tableful. Happy birthday. I do hope that you get a great experience today for your birthday. Maybe a little cake. I don't know if you guys do cake. And just have a good time on your birthday. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Let's see here. Maybe someday will you make mead? I probably will not. I think it's a very interesting process, and those beverages, like Doug Bowd makes lots of great, he calls them hooch, different wines and things from the local fruits, and then Tim Huffman makes mead, and just lots of good stuff. But me personally, like I went through a phase where I drank a little bit of alcohol just for fun here and there, and my body started reacting to different things, and I realized that alcohol was one of those things, so I choose not to do much of that at all. So I'm not going to be making anything like that. Yes, so let's go on down. So somewhere in the middle of all this, we hit 100,000 subscribers here on the Daddykirbs farm, and you guys helped do that, and I thank you so much. Let's see, Blake, you are too humble, my friend, with all that you got going on at the farm, plus your day job. You're very inspiring, or your bees are inspiring. You do amazing things. Thank you, Tim. You know, Tim, it has been so fun watching you start. I know that you and I, very, very early on, when you were just starting to put a few things up on Facebook or whatever, we had a few conversations, and you started really taking off and being a really cool content creator. And I think it's been fun watching you develop those skills and sharing your story. So thank you for doing that. And thanks for sharing that with us in the family group. Anyone that's here and not in the family group, you should check that out, because it's just a place where we can continue sharing our stories. Leah, I'm sorry, did I say it wrong? I said your name wrong. Yes, I do remember meeting you. I remember hanging out with you guys. But I get names wrong all the time. You'll have to forgive me that. Leah. Happy birthday, Leah. If Blake provides the honey, I'd turn it into mead for him. Yeah. I don't need it. Ronald says, I distill lawnmower fuel. You know what I would like to learn to make is biodiesel. I'd love to run my tractor on something other than diesel bought from the local petro station. Sorry, awkward moments as I read through. Thank you. So yeah, I gotta take my glasses off so I can see this. That's why I'm not asking you to pronounce my name. It would be too difficult. Let me just see if I can even come close. Masij Zopik. I don't know. Probably got that totally wrong. All right, yeah, so we hit 100,000 subs, and it's just been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and sharing the story and seeing that number grow. The number doesn't mean a whole lot. It really does not. It's not my goal, is what I mean. It's just kind of fun to know that the channel's been around long enough and it's reached enough people for that to quite wrong. He says I got the name quite wrong. Yeah, sorry. You'd have to do it with what do you call it? Transliteration? Is that what it's called? Where you spell it out how it sounds instead of the actual spelling. And we had a video where Mama Kirbs and I did a little competition of sorts of who can make the best dried tomatoes. One of us using the oven and the other using the dehydrator. And so that was kind of a fun video. Phonetic spelling, yes. Thank you. By the way, Mama Kirb, well, I'm not going, yeah, Mama Kirb's tomatoes were probably better than mine. We got the gate built on the bee yard. That finally was done instead of that temporary rope that I had across there. My chi chopik. Is that better? My chi chopik or chopik. It's a very interesting name. Let's see, what else do we have on the list? More grandkids in the video, or the same grandkids in more videos. So far, only 2. And then we went to the Homesteading Life Conference in Missouri with Doug and Stacy. And that was a really cool experience, going there and hanging out with lots of good people, some creators, some people, attendees, fans, followers. And it was just a really good weekend to be able to go and see Doug and Stacy's place, go hang out in Hannibal, Missouri, and just experience the vibe and the friendship of all of these just fun people in this homesteading niche. And yeah, so we met so many different people. I can't even remember all of them. I'm not going to remember them right now and say their names, but yeah, I'm not going to go down the list because I'm going to forget people. But it was just a lot of good times. So I do hope to go back to the Homesteading Life Conference, maybe 2020. We'll see. I don't know. It is a little hard on our family for me to go away, so I can't make any promises about going to different events at this point. But the Mother Earth News Fair earlier in 2019, and then the Homesteading Life Conference, good times. I do encourage you, if you can make it to any of those events, to just go and hang out and shake hands and hug people and see what they have to offer, because it really is a fun community. What else do we have here? I got started with horizontal hives. My buddy Todd and his boys helped to build a couple of hives. I also got to meet Dr. Leo there at the Homesteading Life Conference with Doug and Stacy, and talked about the different just beekeeping in general, and then how the horizontal hive works. So that was fun. You get to see a video there on my channel with Dr. Leo sharing his philosophy and his ideas about beekeeping. We also started a relationship with the Hive Butler. Doug from Doug and Stacy introduced me to the Hive Butler company, and they sent some product that we have been using here in our bee yard here on the Daddykirbs farm. We also took those products to the Good of the Land Fest when we did our presentation there. And so if you're a beekeeper, the Hive Butler boxes, I think, are a great investment. Check them out. They have a really beautifully designed product. We also then went to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. Wow. Just the presentation there, the community feeling in both places, Homesteading Life Conference and Homesteaders of America, very, very good, very positive. It's going to be, moving forward, all those events are going to just be cornerstone for people. I think people getting to know each other, friends becoming friends, people becoming friends, and hanging out at these different events throughout the year. And then I know there are several events I didn't go to, but several people have events. Help me out in the chat here. I know that you guys have a list of the different. I'm reading through. Sorry. I know there, yeah, like the Shindig, the Bayou Bash, the in Michigan with the Pratts. I can't remember what theirs is called. Hootenanny, right? And I can't remember all of them, but there's several people, different creators making their own little events. Someday I'd like to do a Daddykirbs family reunion and do something around here, but I'm not sure how that's going to happen. It's still something that we just, it's an idea floating around. Let's see. Yes, family reunion. Oh, the Stivers had one in Kentucky, that's right. Life with a Table Full says, that's perfect. I'm down for helping Blake set that up. Hello from New Zealand. That's Paula Batt. Welcome to the Daddykirbs farm. So yeah, I don't know how the family reunion will develop, but it's an idea and it's out there now. So we'll see if we can see what we can do. Let's see, what else do we got? So yeah, the HOA and the Good of the Land Fest, which was another fantastic. It's a different. The Good of the Land Fest is different than the other ones. It's tends to be a little bit more of makers, meaning like people actually making things. They have blacksmith and you know, different metal workers, leather workers, some ceramics, people just doing all kinds of really cool stuff. And so it's a different type, it's a different feel. So that's another fun one. We enjoyed that. I've gone to that one twice now. And then that brings us to the video where I made, I tried to present Luke's story so that you guys could kind of understand the who Luke is, why Luke is how he is, his describing his genetic mutation and some of the challenges that we deal with as a family with him. Beautiful person. Luke's spirit is just absolutely wonderful. We love having him, but I thought it was fair for you guys to see a little bit more about how that works in our family. So
Tell him about the lady waiting room yesterday. She didn't never met with, just could pick up he was a very sweet person with an intense.
yeah. So we had to take Luke to the doctor. This is completely unrelated from his lungs, like most of his doctor's appointments lately. But he has an ingrown toenail, poor kid. And so we went to see a podiatrist. That's a different guy. We didn't really explain anything about Luke except for his toe, right? But she picked up on immediately that Luke was just a super sweet spirit, gentle and kind. Yeah, it's just kind of fun when people get to see him and be around him. They understand how special he really is. Even if they don't know that he's, you know, has a genetic mutation and whatever how people describe him. Yeah. A podiatrist, a doctor that can determine what kind of pie you need to make that makes you happy. Yeah. I need a sugar-free, gluten-free pie. All right. And then let's see, on down the list, the Texas boys visited. After the Good of the Land Fest, the Texas boys came and hung out here on the Daddykirbs farm. And we got to hang out, talk about trees, talk about farm stuff, talk about video creation. We sat around the table together, enjoyed a meal together, which was really cool. And yeah, so the Texas boys, I wish that we had more opportunity to hang out with them. The distance between us, we're both in Texas, but there's still, I think, 7 hours between us. And it's just, it's more distance than we can justify hanging out more often. But yeah, that was really cool having them here. But now someday I got to go up to their place because, you know, it's just fair, right? Let's see. Somebody said, can you make that sugar-free, gluten-free, egg-free? Yeah. That'd be quite the pie, wouldn't it? All right. Yes. And that comes near the end. Very cool. Off Grid with Doug and Stacy are here. Says unskippable ad up front. Nice. I didn't choose that, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, so after that, what's beeping? Everybody left the room and something's beeping. Hold on. They left Luke's feed pump on the counter and didn't turn it off. Yeah, so toward the end of the year, after the Texas boys visited our farm, we had Mama Curbs and her friend Adriana in the kitchen making elderberry syrup. That was a fun video. It was a fun event. Tried to capture it on video, but yeah. The elderberry syrup is absolutely delicious, and we believe it helps us with our immune systems through this winter season. We've made a couple of batches just to keep the refrigerator stocked. Yes, it smelled wonderful in the house, boiling the elderberries with the wolfberries and the rose hips and all that good stuff. Lisa Johnson says she's going to make elderberry syrup. It really is, I think, a nice thing to keep around. I did a little bit of reading on how elderberry helps your immune system, and that was just really fascinating. I'm not going to try to tell you because I'll probably get it wrong, but I do believe it's a good thing to be taking year-round, but especially during this season when a lot of people end up getting sick. Let's see here. Yeah, Doug Bowd says, I remember at one point you were trying to grow elderberry. Wow, that just jumped right out of there. Didn't give me any warning at all. Am I back? I see you're hollering at Espen. Wow. Normally I get a little bit of a something, but I got nothing. No, yeah. Yeah, Espen's here. Might have been him. Let's just blame it on him anyway. And one of the big announcements for 2015, or 2015, man, I'm really going back in time. 2019, one of the big announcements for 2019 is that we are going to build a barn. We are working right now. This is one of those things that's going to push us beyond our comfort zone in a lot of ways, especially financially. We did not want to have this great big investment. When I built the horse barn, we did that one piece at a time, all just paying cash, and which turned out really nice. It's not a very big barn, and it's not really extensive. I don't know the final tally on how much I have in that barn, but it was one of those things where we bought what we needed at the time and put it up a little bit at a time, and it was a stretch on our budget, but we were able to do that and not get a loan. Whereas with the big barn, yep, we're gonna have to get a loan for that one. It's gonna be a lot of investment in material and time. Let's see here. Off-grid, Doug and Stacy, I'm going to need a hat if we do a barn raising. Yeah, nice. Was I in the middle of answering the question about the elderberries when I got cut off? I think I was. So the elderberry plants that we have here on the farm never really did well. I think I planted them in the wrong place. I expected they would need full sun, and they really don't because they don't deal well with it. I think I'll have to try again sometime in a more shaded area and see if we can grow elderberries. Drake from the Nectar Bar, our friend who does the butterfly and pollinator stuff, has a beautiful elderberry plant, and she gets lots of elderberries off of her plant, but it is not, it probably gets a little more protection than what the plants that we had up front here on the farm. Let's see. Oh, Kai T drawing. Yeah, we're right there. It's 55 minutes or so. And let's see. Let me go on through here. All right. What teas are available today? So one more time, put the list up. Kate has that list. She'll put it in the chat. I'll give you another minute, and then we'll do, if you want to enter at the last minute, it's Kai Tea flavor of the day, and whichever flavor you're drawing for. There's the list. You guys have just a few more seconds here, 30 seconds to put your entries in, and then we'll get Kate started on that spreadsheet, and we'll do that drawing. Sincerely yours, Nadia. Just popped in to say good morning. Good morning. And next week, we'll start the year off with our first drawing of the Pruitt's tree resin. And then, so we'll do once a month. Next year, we'll do once a month for 8 months, because that's how many I have, of the Pruitt's tree resin, and then we'll try to work in some of the Kai tea in the other weeks. But we'll see how it goes, because I'm not sure how many more of these Kai tea packages we're going to get. Kilted Gardener says, are you planning any events to go to in 2020? I can't really make those plans right now. All I can say is that I hope to go to something. All right. We're going to do the drawing. Let me read through them one more time as far as the flavors, and then we'll do Kai tea flavor of the day. Oh, Mysterious showed up with Cream Earl Grey. And that's the one I have in my hand. Cream Earl Grey. Peach Assam. Wineberry Rose. You see me looking under my glasses. Texas Pecan. Peach Blossom. And Taekwon Yin. All right, so Kate is going to do the drawing, the spreadsheet, and then pick a name using the random.org. Drum roll, please. It's rigged. Yes, Doug Bowd. I use the tree resin as a deodorant. Works very well. My Life's Journey, Sharon wins. So which one did she get? So My Life's Journey, Sharon. I can't. I'm sorry. So you need to contact me and let me know your address. The way that I prefer that to happen is if you are in the family group on Facebook, and then contact me through private message. Let me know your address so I can get that out to you. And then you'll just have to remind me which flavor you chose, because I don't see it here. Oh, Wineberry Rose, I see that. Very good. All right. Such fun. I can't believe that hour went so fast. I really thought that maybe I'd struggle a little bit this morning, quite honestly, with all the holiday stuff that has gone on, the Christmas stuff, the family stuff. I wasn't totally prepared, but I've grown comfortable doing this show with you guys, that I know that we can hang out for a while and not struggle so much. So thank you very much. It's just a lot of fun being with you guys, being with the family, and sharing our stories. Do join us in the family group on Facebook. And how are the bees? I didn't even answer that, did I? I'll give you the quick answer. They're pretty good, as far as I know. Because I've only watched them from the outside for a couple weeks now. I haven't been into the hives just because it's been winter time. I do know that they're bringing resources in. The weather's been all right, but I just haven't dug into the hives. So next week will be the first video of 2020. And Doug and Stacy reminding, give your thumbs up. Do go check out Doug and Stacy's channel as well. And everyone else here who is a creator. You guys got like 30 seconds to say, I am a creator. I'm a creator. I'm a creator. Everyone who's a creator that has a YouTube channel, you can put that in there. And then we can talk about 2020 next week and some of the projects that we have and some of the hopeful things that we have coming up in 2020. You guys know how I am with making plans. A lot of times they don't happen, but I do like to dream. So we'll be dreaming probably a little bit next week. So that's really it for this week. You guys are amazing. And I'm going to sign off. Hopefully everybody got their name in there. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.